energy up and be exciting for our fans to get into, which kind of inspired us to go back to, you know, some of the things that some of our earlier fans would be more familiar with, some of the things that we may have alienated them in some respects over the last couple albums with 1,000 Suns and with Minutes to Midnight. We've gone back to a couple of the stylistic things that people who got into us early in our career would be more familiar with, and we mix those with some of the things that we've learned since we began working with Rick Rubin.
The Hunting Party, released 2 years later, felt like a rebellion. It was a direct response to the softer, electronic vibes of their previous albums. The band brought the guitars back in full force, delivering an album that was raw, aggressive, and unapologetically loud. Some fans hailed it as a return to form, while critics saw it as a bold statement against the watered-down trends in mainstream rock, although some argued it lacked the innovation they'd come to expect from Linkin Park. Then came One More Light in 2017, which shocked everyone. One More Light got a mixed to negative response when it came out in 2017. The main issue for critics and fans was that it sounded more like a pop album than what they were expecting from Linkin Park.
So it seems that this new Linkin Park album, it's not good. This is the opposite of what a band of Linkin Park's history and caliber should be doing at this point in their career. It's like they're trying too hard to appeal to a generation of listeners who it's just not going to happen. It's never going to happen. All you're going to do is alienate and tick off the listeners who have stuck with you from back in the day. And believe me, at this point, you want those people to continue riding with you. You don't want to shake that boat. You don't want to kick them off the bus, because they're going to leave if you come out with another album like this. They're going to go.
Despite this, it did well commercially, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200, showing that the band still had a strong fan base.
There's a reason why all 6 of us voted for those tracks. It's because they're amazing songs, dude. Like, I was even trying to just sing like a whatever vocal in here for One More Light, dude. I started fucking crying, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of record we're making.
But the reception highlighted the challenge artists face when changing their sound and identity. What's baffling is why a band with such a versatile history, from nu metal and rap rock to grand symphonic pop rock, caught so much backlash for doing something different. If these 10 songs had been spread out as occasional ballads on future albums, more fans probably would have embraced them. Instead, the fact that all these pop songs were crammed into one 40-minute album seemed to be what set people off. They were so hung up on the idea of a soft Linkin Park that they didn't even give the album a fair shot. For those who do give One More Light an open-minded listen, there's plenty to like. The catchy choruses in Good Goodbye, the beautiful guest vocals from Kiara on Heavy, the thoughtful lyrics in Halfway Right, and the unique vibe of Sharp Edges all show that the band could still make great music, whatever style they choose to adapt.
This morning, the music world is remembering grunge rock pioneer Chris Cornell.
Breaking news update. In the last 15 minutes, the medical examiner has confirmed that rocker Chris Cornell has committed suicide.
On May 26th, a week after One More Light dropped, Chester Bennington found himself giving the most raw, heart-wrenching performance of his life. His close friend Chris Cornell, the voice of Soundgarden, was being laid to rest at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Cornell had unalived himself after a lifelong battle with depression. Chester stood before the mourners, and his voice cracked with emotion as he sang, hallelujah for his friend. That day, his voice was different, plaintive, somber, and more fragile than ever. He also paid tribute to his friend on Twitter. Your voice was joy and pain, anger and forgiveness, love and heartache, all wrapped up into one, and I suppose that's what we all are. You helped me understand that. And then